Ridgid Tool is a pretty popular tool brand. I mean, hell, they're sold at the Home Depot. It's one of their brands, basically. And listen, throughout the years, they sort of faltered. They were really great. They came up with a lot of really cool things, and then they came out with not so cool things, and now they're starting to come out with cool things again. However, one of the main tools that they needed was outdoor power equipment. And we're gonna use and abuse. We got not one, not two, not three, but 4 brand new tools from Ridgid that you can use around your yard. We're gonna use and abuse, we're gonna slice and dice, we're gonna see what they can and can't do. All right, so each one of these tools are 18 volt. The first one we're gonna use is the chainsaw. Then we're gonna move it over to the weed eater, then the blower, and then the new outdoor radio. All right, so let's take a look at the 18 volt chainsaw first. Now again, these are all homeowner tools, DIYers. These are not for like professional landscapers, but you got the 12-inch bar right here. And for the bat ray that we're using, well, that's a 6AH right here. Now it's pretty simple. Your oil goes in right here. This is your bar chain oil. And for your bat ray, well, that's gonna go right there. You got your guard or your sheath, 12-inch bar right there. And of course, all you have to do to operate this is, well, pull back the safety and that's it. No gas, no spark plugs, no fuel mixture, nada. And I'll tell you what, anybody can use this super, super light. You just pull that safety switch back right there. Automatic startup, slows down pretty good. That voice is real nice. All right, so the first test for the chainsaw is the treated 6x6 with no pilot holes. This is gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real nice. Like 3, 2, 1. Well, that's real nice. Like. All right, let's do one more. Let's make a notch like we're gonna make a log cabin. I'm gonna cut that right there. And then we're gonna cut that right there. Now I can make my log cabin right there. Maybe you need some of that sweet, sweet firewood. That's real nice. Now as for the chainsaw, definitely not the most powerful that I've ever felt, but great for around the house, lighter jobs. Doesn't really bog down, does a little bit, but not too much. There's really not that much sag. All in all, for light DIY around the house use. Now I will tell you, as I've been using this, the chain not loosening up at all. And even if it did, you got your tool storage right there. And well, you even got, like if you're climbing trees, which I'm not gonna climb a tree, you can put this on your belt and such. All right, so I like the chainsaw. Let's move it over to the next tool. All right, so the next tool that we have right here is the all new, shut up dog, brand new weed eater. All right, so I'm happy they're coming out with the outdoor power tools finally, but this one here is cool. Now think about the Milwaukee Quick Lock. You know, this is not just a weed eater. They're gonna be coming out with more attachments. You just turn this knob right here. So you loosen this up and boom, you're gonna be able to change different attachments. So if you wanted a pole saw, they're probably gonna come out with the pole saw. I'm almost positive they're gonna come out with the pole saw, you know, an edger, all that good stuff. And what's cool about this is on this one here, so you can adjust this in different areas. You can see the different slots right here. So if you're edging with this thing, you don't have to bring that straight shaft. You can turn that sideways. That, my friends, is real nice. Now, the reason I think they made it like this instead of a dedicated weed eater is, well, Ryobi's pretty much dominating that whole area at the Home Depot. So I think they just want to make something that people can switch out the attachments if you're in the Ridgid platform and not really worry about making 20 different types of weed eaters. Could be wrong, but I never am. So all in all, very light, built pretty solid. 2 different switches right here. So you got a low and you got a high. Nice size guard right up front. And it's easy string change. So you don't have to worry about popping this thing off. Check this out. Comes with this little tool right here. When you run out of, shut up, Doug. When you run out of that string, you're just gonna run more string, just push it straight through to the other side, pull it out, take this, put that on there and wind this up and it's gonna wind that string up. So it's real easy, real nice like. So we're gonna use another 6AH bat ray. This is the max output, the newest batteries from Ridgid. No oil, no mixture, gas, all that stuff. Let's slice and dice. use and abuse. So really, just like any other gas trimmer, I mean, it got a nice reach. I'm 6 foot tall. I got no issue reaching down through here. We're gonna turn this on. This is on, we're gonna put it on low first. All right, very controlled, very easy. Now let's kick it up to, whoa, the first smell of grass in the spring. High. Yeah. Actually still winter, but you know, whatever. Couple more shots right here. Bounce that, puts out more line. So I'm actually trying to dig this in a little bit. I want to see if this thing's bogging down or not. Because let's be honest with you, I'm sure a lot of them go, oh, a perfect weed eater, I could do whatever. But some people are going to hit that ground. So all in all, I'm just going to tell you straight out, definitely not the most powerful. I mean, it bogs down a little bit too much if you ask me. I mean, I'm using a bigger bat ray, it's a 6AH. I mean, it does good. I mean, this is a good homeowner DIY if you don't need that crazy power. But what I will tell you is don't be expecting to cut down large fields of corn with this thing. I mean, it's light, it'll get the job done. The price seems to be right on these. Got a 14-inch cutting swath, comfortable in the hands. I like the design on the handle here, but again, it's 18 volt. It's not that powerful. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is just prepare not to have your mind blown. All right, so this is the new 18 volt blower from Ridgid, the leaf blower. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna test it out on a 6AH bat ray. We're gonna blow some leaves, and then I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna put an 8AH bat ray in here, and this thing has a turbo. We're gonna time it. We're gonna see how long this thing is actually going to run on the turbo. But first, let's take a look at this real quick, talk about the specs. We'll go blow it on some moist leaves and let you know what I think. All right, so again, very, very light. That's what I love about these bat ray powered outdoor power tools. They're very, very light, very easy. Anybody can use these things. You can attach this, detach this, just like so. You got that tip. So if you want it to go a little bit faster, you put that tip on. You want a little bit more CFM, you take the tip off. What I like about this, and this is pretty cool, I mean, it's stupid. I know it doesn't really serve any function. I like that metal casing tip on the outside. Just makes it look kind of cool. It's the extra mile that I appreciate. Again, variable speed trigger. Right here, you got your lock, so you just hold that, and now you don't have to hold that trigger. And right here is your turbo button. Now your bat ray is gonna go on the back right here. And what I really sort of like, at first I didn't, but now I do, is, oh, hold up, that's on low. These bat rays aren't gonna fall out. They sort of like lock in. There's like a tab on the back that locks in with the battery tab. And yeah, that ain't going nowhere. All right, so let's do the low, the high, and then the turbo, and I'll let you hear these, and then we'll move some leaves. So variable speed trigger, we'll start out on low. Then we're gonna move it up. All right, here is the turbo. All right, we got some leaves from last year sitting right here. Now, they're moist. Not only from the rain that's been coming down the last couple days, but the toxic rain cloud from Norfolk Southern. All right, let's just pull the trigger and see what this does. Yeah. All right, let's go on turbo here. Yeah, turbo definitely has much more oomph than just your standard high. So there's your standard high, which is great for like grass clippings. And then your turbo is really going to push these things around a lot more. And again, you can see these things are extremely moist. We're just sticking it on turbo. Yeah, these are like stuck to the ground, so it does a pretty good job. All in all, not too bad. Move that back. It does pick that right. Look at the mud right there. It does pick those leaves like, I'm getting muddy. Sitting right in the mud, it takes them and just blows them out. So that is good. These leaves are still moist. Moist? But not like crazy soaking wet like the other ones were. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Now, another thing that I noticed, if your child has crazy bedhead, well, this will help. Yes. Yes. All right, so I got my phone. Now, me personally, I have no idea how long this is going to last. I would say 7 to 8 minutes, I think, on turbo. That would be pretty good for an 18-volt battery. But let's set this up here, and, well, here we go. Start. Straight out turbo. I got a little bit of a oomph. All right. So we're already at the first minute. I'm just going to keep running it. We're at minute 30. My fingers are already getting tired. But I'm a baby, so you know. All right, we're hitting the 2-minute mark right now. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We are at 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. We're at 4 minutes, 6 seconds. Feels like it's starting to log down a little bit, like it's losing some power. We're crossing the 5-minute mark right now. All right, we are at the 6-minute mark in 5 seconds. 2, 1, 6 minutes. All right, cool. We're crossing the 7-minute mark right now. Okay, good. So far I'm happy. How much further can it go? I am so bored right now. We're almost at the 8-minute mark. We're 4:47. All right, we're hitting the 8-minute mark right now. Okay, cool. We're at the, we're heading to the 9-minute mark right now, which is actually pretty good for a battery powered blower on turbo. Wow, we are crossing into the 10-minute mark. Things that make you go, So we're like 10 minutes, 22 seconds. I feel like this thing wants to just like shut off. Yet it continues to blow. All right, cool. We're heading into the 11-minute right now. 11 minutes. I'll tell you, for an 18 volt, I'm actually pretty impressed by the runtime on this. 11 minutes, 30 seconds, and it's still going. Yep. We are heading into 12 minutes. I'll be very interested to see if we can make it to 13 minutes. So 12 minutes right now. We just passed 12 minutes, 34 seconds. We're heading to 13 minutes right now. I'm actually to the point now, I hope this thing shuts off. My finger hurts. Wow, 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Wow, we're crossing 14 minutes. This is a single battery. 14 minutes. We're heading to 15 minutes in 5. Well, I'm kind of eating my words here. This is double right now. We're heading to the 16-minute mark. This is double what I thought it would be. So we're 15 minutes and 59, 16 minutes on a single battery. I'm eating my words right here. I thought like the tops would be like 8 minutes on turbo. I was wrong, dude. Yeah, so we're heading like 16 minutes and 30 seconds. There's no way this thing's gonna last much longer. We're at 16 minutes, 50 seconds. We're gonna cross the 17-minute mark on turbo, like non-stop. 5, 4, 3, oh, there it is, 16 minutes and 58 seconds. Wow, almost 17 minutes on a single battery. To be honest with you, that runtime, I'm sort of blown away. Tell you what though, if you got patio, I mean, it's perfect for stuff like that. Like I said, around the house. All right, so the next stop and the last stop is the new Ridgid 18-volt radio. And this thing here will get you 32 hours of runtime, which is pretty freaking insane, but it's not a charging radio. You're gonna put that battery in there, and at first I was like, why, you could plug this thing in. You got a cord that you can listen to this, or it's completely 100% portable with that battery. Why wouldn't you make that with the charger? Then I started thinking, this thing's getting you like 32 hours. I only work 29 hours a day, so why do I need 30? I just charge my battery at night. But I just want to let you know that, yeah, this is not a charging radio. And to be honest with you, it's extremely basic. Now, what I do like about this is that, you don't have any big cord to wrap around. You got this small one right here, just plugs into the back. But the only way you're going to be able to adjust your bass, your trebles from your phone, there's no adjustments here. You do got some presets. You got a volume. That's right there. You can change the channels. You got your USB, which actually hooks up very well. And the distance on this thing is actually real nice. Like, got your AM, FM radio, so you do have that. You can use your phone to listen to music, whatever, your podcast, and you got your power. But that is it. Now it is extremely light, extremely portable, and it sounds pretty good. Now, unfortunately, I can't play you any music because YouTube's always claiming my videos. But it does sound like you have like the speakers coming out here. It sounds like you might have one coming out the top. It sounds not bad, but don't be blown away. But if you're outside, this is like a good pool radio. Maybe you're doing some landscaping out in the backyard, flowers. This is good, and it does do, you know, what it needs to do. So portable, you don't have that big cord you got to wrap, again, the small cord. I like the radio, sounds good. You can take my word for it or don't. You know, I just, you know, it's not bad. And for the 32-hour runtime, that's pretty insane for this. So, but let me say this, as for the power tools, they're okay. You know, the blower, I was actually sort of blown away with the runtime on that. That's a single bat ray, right? That was an 8 AH bat ray. So that was pretty impressive. It does a pretty good job moving the leaves, but these are homeowners 100%. It's not even a prosumer, I wouldn't say. So first up, the blower, you know, it's good. It's not great. You know, I think it could be a little bit more powerful, and that's really all I have to say about that. As for the weed eater, I think that could be a lot more powerful. Usually outdoor power equipment that run on bat rays are very powerful tools. You shouldn't have any issues with bog down when it comes to, you know, touching the grass a little bit. It almost seems like, and I'm just being honest with you here, it seems like they put the tool out just so they could say they have the tool on the market. I mean, it'll get the job done around the house. I mean, you're gonna be able to weed eat. I mean, that's fine. The problem is that, you know, it's definitely not as powerful as many. Now, as for the chainsaw, it was good, wasn't great. I mean, like the others, it just feels like, you know, they put it out to put it out. I mean, I had no issues cutting down through anything that treated 6x6, but you could definitely feel there wasn't as much power as you were hoping there would be, especially with that 6 bat ray. And as for the radio, I mean, like I said, it sounds pretty good. You got that really long run time. You know, it's not cluttered, doesn't have the cord wrap around there. You know, it is what it is. It's a radio. It's not anything that I'm like, woohoo. So am I happy that Ridgid came out with outdoor power equipment? Yes, I am. And I think for a homeowner that's not expecting the world when it comes to these, I think you'll be somewhat happy with them. But at the same time, if you're somebody that's using other brands, even some of the Ryobi, the 40-volt stuff, these might not cut it for you. And again, I feel that they almost sort of just put these out to say that they have them. And now the one other thing I will say that's going for these is that they also qualify for the lifetime service agreement. So if anything does happen with these things, if they break, whatever, you're going to be able to register these within, I think, the first 90 days. And if they break, you get a replacement or you get them fixed, whatever. So that really is something nice with these Ridgid outdoor power equipment tools. But I guess the last thing I'll say is, you know, using tools with, you know, even like the Milwaukee, you know, the 18-volt stuff is really, really powerful stuff. Really, and I know it's a higher brand; it's costing you way more than what these are. I just think I just wanted more. I think I just wanted more with the Ridgid. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Love hearing that sweet feedback. Also, I got a couple more videos for you right here, and we'll be back with more videos soon.